So Harvey and Linda Potter, you know, I know a little bit about the journey and the situation with your son Matt, and if you guys would please just the story. Let's go back to that day.
From finding out at 3 o'clock in the morning that your son had just been killed, and having your whole world turned upside down at that point, and everything you ever believed in, you start to wonder about, what do I believe in now? And then going back to the only one that wasn't surprised, nor was he shocked at what happened. You still have friends that mean well, but their words are wrong. You have other ones that really stick with you and encourage you. And you have God that during those hours when you think everything is lost and you have that gaping hole in your heart, realizing that the hole won't be filled and God won't fill it, but He'll stand with you at that hole.
For me in that situation, you know, it was the blackest darkness I've ever walked through. When they were there saying, you know, your son's in an accident, has been in an accident, and I already knew the answer to this question before I asked it. Did Matt make it? And they said, no, we're sorry, he didn't make it. Harvey hadn't even made it out there yet, but it was awkward for them, so they went ahead and told me. And I just remember the words that came out of my mouth, and I don't know, it just welled up in my spirit. And I just said, God, I don't understand, but I trust you. I couldn't have made it without having someone extra friends on the side, lady friends to talk to. I had to have someone during the day for when I had those hard times. He and I grieved differently. And
well, and we had one set of friends that just put their life on hold for about 2 weeks, and they just were there.
Well, even Pastor, he just said, I'd like to take you and Harvey out and just sit down and talk with you. He really wanted to see if there was anything more he could do as a pastor and as a friend, you know? And since it was obviously very new to us and walking through it, it was hard for us to say, this is what you do and this is what'll help.
Some days you just have to encourage yourself and you have to talk yourself through it. And there were days for both of us where we had to talk ourselves through what was going on and encourage ourselves, because you can't see it. You don't know. And you've just got to trust and rely that God is still there. He's not surprised. He's not shocked. We are a lot, but He isn't. And He was never taken by surprise.
There were times when we had to have more help than what he and I could be to each other. We did go to a Christian counselor. It was mainly because he and I grieved differently. I need to talk about Matt. He needs me not to talk so much about Matt, okay? And so that was something that we had to get outside help. Came across a lady that was a wonderful lady and ministered into our lives, and enough that she could just bring out that we knew that we had to do things different. One more thing is, and that is Crystal's involvement, our daughter. She really has been a big part of with Harvey and I, and the new, you know, the grandbabies, the new joy to our lives, and that God does bless and give little blessings along the way that truly are important to us.
I think some of the things we've also learned along the way is that family's a lot more important.
Absolutely.
Than what people take it, because life is precious and it can be snuffed out so easy. And we do a lot more things as a family than a lot of people. We have a lot more involvement in our daughter's life, her and ours, than most families do. And it's caused us to be a lot closer together, and with the grandbabies a whole lot closer together. And you think more about it. It's amazing the people in your own neighborhood, what they've gone through.
Yep.
and you get more attuned to hearing that when you have something devastating go on. You start hearing better than you did before.
Absolutely. And we tell each other we love each other a lot. That's pretty important. There's not a day goes by that I see my grandbabies, I tell them how much I love them and hug them. I always tell Harvey that I love him. I tell my
Ooh,
daughter
yuck.
that. Yeah, ooh, yuck. Get a little mushy around our house, so.
Well, again, I just want to say thank you so much for setting that example and showing other people that, you know what, you can make it through this kind of stuff. And